Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello, folks. Grant Adam reporting to you from KZN Top Business and the Business Sense publication and tabloid. Today, what I'm doing is I'm gate crashing a meeting currently being held in our Zoom room between Gail and Jackie Barner from Jackie Barner Consulting. And the discussion is revolving around a one-day training program for managers, and that's specifically for managers and managing the mental well-being with a long-term goal on performance and profitability. Jackie, fill us in. Take it away. You've got the floor.
It's, business is doing everything it can to ensure that it's profitable. And it has been found that mental health is costing South African businesses in the region of 2 billion rands a year. And globally, it's costing trillions of rands. But more importantly, depression and anxiety are both so rife that 1 in every 4 people in South Africa in the workplace are experiencing depression and anxiety, and that impacts on both their performance and their impact on others. However, they do not disclose this. They're afraid to disclose it because they fear stigmatization. And ladies or women are a little more open about it, but men, more importantly, do not deal with it. So it is really a risk to business not to consider something to assist their employees.
Jackie, why are you targeting managers on this course, specifically managers? Why are you doing that?
There isn't anybody doing management training. Now, managers are the ones who must identify this problem. Sometimes they have the problem themselves, but they don't know how to deal with it. Nobody's taught them how do you listen actively. If someone is suffering with anxiety and depression, or their children are sick, or the husband or a man has anxiety, he's not going to tell them that. So what I'm offering is the manager for this particular course. I do a lot of counseling, that's one thing. But here, I am helping the manager to deal with this. So if he identifies it, he can actually refer them on to someone like me.
Men are often overlooked in terms of mental health. Perhaps you would like to comment on that, Jackie?
Yeah, men are they are overlooked because they are not going to they feel that it's not, it shows them up as a person if they admit to have this problem. So often they themselves can't, they know something's wrong, but they can't identify it properly. So that's why anxiety and depression are 2 very big things, right? And often with depression, it could lead to burnout. Senior executives suffer from extreme burnout and anxiety. And it does not, there is a, we can say behavior, the response to that is that it's covered up. You don't talk about it. And more especially with senior people, it's not, they don't want to expose or disclose the fact for fear of stigma.
There's a huge amount of denial around mental health issues in senior management because of the possible repercussions to their
Yeah.
to their job, to their position.
To the regard or
Yes, to the
we
esteem
can
that
say
they hold
regard.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's often
But
about self-esteem.
yeah, but it's so rife, Grant. It is absolutely rife. So
Yeah,
I can work at that level. So this manager course is for managers. It's still even, we're trying to target more the masses, let's say that. But the senior guys themselves need this.
yeah.
And who do they speak to? They don't really need to go to a psychiatrist.
Mhm.
They can actually speak to me.
Yeah, it's having a life coach or someone that they can bounce ideas off and how
Yeah,
can they
yeah.
manage this?
Yes, yeah. I've had a manager who said to me, this lady, he had a subordinate who was quite senior. So he was very senior. She was senior. He says, I'm so sick of this woman's personal problems. I don't want to deal with it. We have
Yeah,
lots to deliver. She must just come to work and sort herself out.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
yet, the issues are so serious. You
Yeah.
know, 1 in 10 people with depression commit suicide.
yeah.
Every call that I get at SADAG is a suicide call. And you got to talk them out of it.
That's
Often
quite
it's
alarming. Yeah,
ideation. Often
yeah,
it's ideation, but they'll say, I am so tired of life. I just want to end it. I'm so suicidal. And then you talk them through dealing with what's so bad. And, you come up with solutions, possible solutions. But at least at the end of that, they're not as desperate as they were at the beginning. So I've seen the worst of it. And I know I can, make a difference in the lives of
Okay.
managers. And I don't know who they're speaking to, but they do need
Mm.
to speak to somebody.
Well, there you go, folks. Gail and Jackie, thanks for allowing me to hijack your Zoom meeting. But I think I've got enough out of it, and we as business actually need to take these things very, very seriously. So if people want to get hold of you, Jackie, I've put the your website on the screen now as we're looking at scrolling across, and click on and do the course. It'll be one of the best things you've ever done. I've seen it work, and 30 years of experience that Jackie's had in corporate, everything that you can think of, she's done. So she's definitely the right lady for the job. Give her a buzz. Click on her website, get a number. Cheers, Jackie, and then I'll see you on your course. I'm really, really keen to come and have another look in.
But I just know that it'll make such a big difference.
Audio Jungle.